And there it is, the chaos, the betrayal, the silence, and the looming doomsday clip that could end Jim Jones's entire legacy with one brutal drop. Chrissy Lampkin standing strong, Jim spiraling into darkness, Mama Jones raging on live, and a mystery man quietly shaking the foundation of Harlem itself. The story isn't finished. It's only seconds away from exploding, and that's why you can't look away now. Because tomorrow at noon, when that clip drops, everything we thought we knew could flip upside down. Was Chrissy secretly playing both sides? Was Jim telling the truth about betrayal? Or is the doomsday clip the nail in his coffin once and for all? If you miss this next reveal, you'll be left behind while the world watches history burn in real time. So here's what you need to do. Hit that like button right now if you're riding with Chrissy. Smash the comments if you think Jim still has a chance to flip the script. And most importantly, subscribe with that notification bell on, because when this clip detonates, you do not want to be scrambling to catch up. You want to be the first in the room when the truth finally comes crashing down. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is war, betrayal, and survival playing out before our eyes. The empire is crumbling and the doomsday clock is ticking. Don't blink. Don't scroll. Stay locked in because the next chapter could destroy everything. And there it is, the chaos, the betrayal, the silence, and the looming doomsday clip that could end Jim Jones's entire legacy with one brutal drop. Chrissy Lampkin standing strong, Jim spiraling into darkness, Mama Jones raging on live, and a mystery man quietly shaking the foundation of Harlem itself. The story isn't finished. It's only seconds away from exploding, and that's why you can't look away now. Because tomorrow at noon, when that clip drops, everything we thought we knew could flip upside down. Was Chrissy secretly playing both sides? Was Jim telling the truth about betrayal? Or is the doomsday clip the nail in his coffin once and for all? If you miss this next reveal, you'll be left behind while the world watches history burn in real time. So here's what you need to do. Hit that like button right now if you're riding with Chrissy. Smash the comments if you think Jim still has a chance to flip the script. And most importantly, subscribe with that notification bell on, because when this clip detonates, you do not want to be scrambling to catch up. You want to be the first in the room when the truth finally comes crashing down. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is war, betrayal, and survival playing out before our eyes. The empire is crumbling and the doomsday clock is ticking. Don't blink. Don't scroll. Stay locked in because the next chapter could destroy everything. And there it is, the chaos, the betrayal, the silence, and the looming doomsday clip that could end Jim Jones's entire legacy with one brutal drop. Chrissy Lampkin standing strong, Jim spiraling into darkness, Mama Jones raging on live, and a mystery man quietly shaking the foundation of Harlem itself. The story isn't finished. It's only seconds away from exploding, and that's why you can't look away now. Because tomorrow at noon, when that clip drops, everything we thought we knew could flip upside down. Was Chrissy secretly playing both sides? Was Jim telling the truth about betrayal? Or is the doomsday clip the nail in his coffin once and for all? If you miss this next reveal, you'll be left behind while the world watches history burn in real time. So here's what you need to do. Hit that like button right now if you're riding with Chrissy. Smash the comments if you think Jim still has a chance to flip the script. And most importantly, subscribe with that notification bell on, because when this clip detonates, you do not want to be scrambling to catch up. You want to be the first in the room when the truth finally comes crashing down. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is war, betrayal, and survival playing out before our eyes. The empire is crumbling and the doomsday clock is ticking. Don't blink. Don't scroll. Stay locked in because the next chapter could destroy everything. Midnight struck and the internet went silent. Millions of eyes glued to screens waiting for the leak. And then there it was. The anonymous account dropped the bomb. Nearly 3 minutes of raw, unfiltered footage recorded from 2 different angles. It was worse than anyone imagined. The video began with Jim pacing, jaw clenched, his phone lighting up in his hand. Chrissy leaned over, whispered something, and tried to touch his arm. He ripped his arm away, muttering, "Don't," before shoving the phone into his pocket. She pressed again. "Jim, what is it? Who is she?" His head snapped up like a man possessed. What followed was chaos. Jim's voice thundered above the music. "Stop embarrassing me, Chrissy. You don't know what I'm dealing with." He slammed his drink on the table, liquid flying across the booth. Chrissy flinched, but her voice stayed steady. "Not here, Jim. Not like this. Sit down." The crowd nearby began to stir. Phones came out. The camera zoomed. Then came the moment that broke the internet. Jim lunged, grabbed Chrissy's arm hard enough to make her stumble, and tried to yank her out of the booth. She resisted, shoving him back and shouting, "Let go of me." The mystery man appeared like a shadow, stepping between them, holding out both hands. "Chill, bro, relax," he said. Jim shoved him hard in the chest, yelling, "Stay out of this. You don't know what she's been doing." And then the part no one saw coming. Chrissy turned toward the mystery man, her face red, eyes glassy with tears. She whispered something inaudible into his ear. He leaned closer, steadying her, his arm lightly brushing hers. The camera caught it all. Jim saw it, and his rage exploded. Security stormed in, restraining him as Chrissy buried her face in her hands. The video cut there, but the damage was irreversible. Within minutes, the clip shattered the internet. It wasn't just trending, it was everywhere. YouTube reactors went live in real time, crying, screaming, cursing Jim's name. Twitter timelines were pure chaos. The hashtags shifted. Hashtag Chrissy speaks. Hashtag mystery man. Hashtag Jim exposed. One viral post declared, "Jim Jones just ended his own career in 3 minutes flat." Another fan wrote, "Did y'all see the way she leaned on him? That's not a stranger. That's someone she trusts." The fallout was instant and merciless. Blogs ran with headlines like, "Chrissy leans on mystery. K-Man as Jim explodes. The real reason?" Behind the fight, TMZ published a freeze frame of Chrissy whispering into the man's ear. Captioned, "Too close for comfort." Hollywood Unlocked simply posted, "It's over." And still, Chrissy said nothing. Not a statement, not a denial, not even a cryptic post. Her silence, once interpreted as shock, now read as strategy. Fans began to wonder if she was quietly preparing her exit, plotting her next move while Jim spiraled in public. The celebrities doubled down. Cardi B went live, shaking her head. "That's wild. That's not how you treat your queen, bro. That's not it." Tamar Braxton posted, "Chrissy deserves better. Period." Remy Ma, ever subtle, posted a black screen on her IG story with the words, "Loyalty is a gift. Don't play with it." The Shade Room reposted it, igniting speculation that Remy had taken Chrissy's side. But the true shock came when insiders started leaking text messages. Screenshots surfaced allegedly from Jim's phone. Flirty messages exchanged with a woman saved as M. Messages like, "When can I see you again?" "She doesn't need to know." "Hey," and her replies, "Don't stress. She's not the one for you anyway." Fans immediately tied M to a well-known Instagram model Jim had been linked to before. The texts were damning enough. But then came the voice note. An anonymous source sent a recording to a blog, claiming it was Jim's voicemail to Chrissy just hours after the fight. His voice was raw, broken, slurred. "I didn't mean it. You know I love you. You know it's you. Don't believe them. Don't trust him. He's trying to take you from me. Please, Chrissy." The voicemail played on loop across social media. Jim begging. Jim pleading. Jim sounding less like a rapper and more like a man on the edge of losing everything. Fans dissected every word. Who was him? The mystery man? Was Jim paranoid, or did he know something the public didn't? The narrative shifted again. Suddenly, it wasn't just Jim versus Chrissy, it was Jim versus Chrissy and her alleged protector. People started calling it a love triangle. A messy, toxic public implosion that made even love and hip-hop look tame. Memes depicted Jim as the villain, Chrissy as the wounded queen, and the mystery man as the knight in shining armor. And then came the ultimate betrayal. The mystery man himself broke his silence. He didn't go live, he didn't post a rant. Instead, he quietly dropped a cryptic Instagram story, a photo of a glass of wine with the caption, "She deserves peace." No tags, no names, but the message was clear. The internet erupted. Was this confirmation that he and Chrissy were closer than anyone thought? That while Jim spiraled, Chrissy was finding comfort in someone else. Fans flooded his comments with fire emojis, hearts, and declarations like "We stan a protector." Jim's name, once tied to loyalty and Harlem pride, was now synonymous with betrayal, rage, and loss. The industry itself began to feel the ripple. A sneaker brand reportedly pulled out of negotiations for Jim's endorsement deal. A streaming service that had been considering a new reality series featuring Jim and Chrissy quietly backed away. Advertisers didn't want their names tied to a scandal drenched in violence, cheating, and public humiliation. But the darkest twist was still to come. Late into the night, another anonymous account surfaced, dropping what it claimed were court-ready receipts, blurry images of legal documents, whispered claims that Chrissy had already met with a high-profile divorce lawyer. One caption sent shockwaves across Twitter. "She's done. He's finished. Papers in motion." Was it true? No one knew for sure, but one thing was undeniable. The silence from Chrissy spoke volumes. She hadn't denied it, hadn't defended Jim, hadn't even tried to save face. And in that silence, fans saw liberation. But the cliffhanger, the moment that sent everyone spiraling, came when Jim himself finally broke his silence. At nearly 3 a.m., he posted a photo of himself in a dark room, hoodie up, face barely visible. The caption read, "Y'all don't know the half. Pray for me." The internet froze. Was it an admission of guilt? A cry for help? A warning that more was coming? Whatever it meant, one truth was undeniable. The situation was no longer just a scandal. It was a full-blown implosion with careers, relationships, and reputations dangling by a thread. And when the sun rose the next day, new receipts would surface. Ones that made everything so far look tame in comparison. The morning after Jim's cryptic "Pray for Me" post, Harlem was buzzing like never before. The blogs woke up swinging. TMZ plastered his message across their homepage. The Shade Room reposted it with the caption, "What y'all think, Jim? Hiding?" Hollywood Unlocked simply wrote, "This ain't a prayer, it's a confession." Fans dissected the single line like a prophecy. Y'all don't know the half. What was the other half? What secret was Jim too afraid to say out loud? By noon, the internet had its answer, or at least a new explosion of rumors. An anonymous email blasted to multiple gossip outlets contained scanned pages of what looked like legal paperwork. The documents allegedly listed Chrissy Lampkin's name alongside one of New York's most ruthless celebrity divorce attorneys. The words petition and marital assets were circled in red. Whether real or fake, the timing was lethal. Within hours, #ChrissyFiles was trending worldwide. The speculation was savage. She finally lawyered up. This time, she's done. Jim about to lose everything. The narrative shifted from Jim's violence to Chrissy's power move. No longer was she just the victim in the viral footage. Now, she was the queen plotting her exit, ready to take the throne and possibly half of Jim's empire. Jim, meanwhile, was unraveling in real time. Paparazzi caught him outside a Manhattan liquor store, hoodie up, bottle in hand, stumbling past cameras without a word. The photos went viral instantly. Fans commented, "This man looks broken." Others mocked, "He wanted prayers, but he's drowning himself instead." And then, as if the fire needed more gasoline, Mama Jones entered the battlefield. The woman who raised Jim, the reality TV legend herself, hopped on Instagram Live. Her voice, fiery and unfiltered, lit the internet on fire. Let me tell y'all something, she barked into the camera. I don't know what video y'all saw, but my son ain't no monster. Chrissy knows what she did. She been pushing him, she been disrespecting him. And I'm tired of everybody dragging my family like we dogs in the street. The comments section exploded. Some fans backed her, calling her a mother, defending her child. Others roasted her mercilessly. Mama Jones enabling bad behavior again. So you blaming Chrissy? Screenshots of her rants spread like wildfire, sparking new debates. But Mama didn't stop there. Half an hour later, she posted a cryptic clip, a voice note, allegedly between Chrissy and the mystery man. The muffled audio was hard to make out, but one phrase was crystal clear. Chrissy's voice saying, "I can't keep doing this. You're the only one who understands me." The internet detonated. If the audio was real, it wasn't just proof of emotional betrayal, it was evidence of a full-blown affair. So that's why Jim snapped, one Twitter user wrote. Chrissy was leaning on dude emotionally, maybe more, another replied. Nah, Jim's still wrong for putting hands on her. But this changes everything. The fandom fractured. Hashtag Team Chrissy and hashtag Team Jim clashed in comment wars. Threads with thousands of replies debated whether Chrissy was really the victim or secretly the betrayer. Memes painted the mystery man as the new king of Harlem, while others mocked Jim for losing both his girl and his dignity. Then came the dagger. A well-known industry blogger posted leaked screenshots of Jim's DMS with the same Instagram model from the earlier rumors. The messages weren't just flirty, they were explicit. Jim telling her he'd booked the flight, promising she'll never know, sending hard-tied emojis like a teenager. The betrayal was undeniable. Chrissy's camp wasted no time responding. Not publicly, but through quiet, calculated moves. A paparazzi photographer caught her leaving her apartment with the mystery man by her side. She wasn't crying, she wasn't hiding. She was smiling faintly, but enough to spark nuclear speculation. The image went everywhere. Chrissy steps out with mystery protector. Jim left in the shadows. The Shade Room captioned it simply, "New chapter." Fans screamed betrayal. She upgraded. She done with Jim for real. Others called it disrespectful, too soon. Chrissy. But whether you loved it or hated it, one thing was clear, she was no longer standing in Jim's shadow. The industry began pulling away from Jim entirely. A sneaker company officially announced it was cutting ties. A rumored docuseries deal evaporated overnight. A music festival quietly scrubbed his name from the lineup. Every headline dragged him further into the abyss. But the darkest moment came when another leaked recording surfaced. This time, it was a voicemail Jim allegedly left Chrissy just 2 nights before the club incident. His voice was desperate, slurred. "Don't make me look stupid, Chrissy. Don't play with me. I know about him. Don't think I don't know. If you embarrass me again, I swear," the message cut off. But the threat was clear enough to spark outrage. The internet demanded answers. Fans begged Chrissy to speak out, to confirm or deny. But Chrissy stayed silent, her only move being a cryptic Instagram story with a single Maya Angelou quote. "When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time." The quote went viral. Millions reposted it, hailing it as Chrissy's quiet clapback. But Jim's fans flipped it on her, claiming the someone was Chrissy herself. The war raged on, louder than ever. Then came the final twist, the one that froze the internet at 11:59 p.m. The same anonymous account that dropped the original footage returned. This time, it posted a teaser of something even more sinister. A heavily watermarked video file titled "The Doomsday Clip." The caption, "Tomorrow, noon. Everything you thought you knew, wrong." Still image from the file was enough to send shockwaves. It showed Jim, Chrissy, and the mystery man, all 3 of them, in what looked like a heated conversation at a private dinner, weeks before the club incident. Chrissy's face red, Jim's hands slamming the table, the mystery man leaning in between them. The mystery man leaning in between them. The blogs went nuclear. Fans counted down the hours. Doomsday Clip became the #1 trend worldwide. Everyone wanted to know what was in the video. What had been happening behind closed doors all this time? And most importantly, who leaked it and why now? Jim remained silent. Chrissy remained silent. Mama Jones doubled down, posting another rant about fake friends and snakes in the grass. The mystery man posted nothing at all, but the internet knew one thing for certain. Whatever the doomsday clip revealed, it would either vindicate Chrissy or damn her completely. And when it dropped, there would be no turning back for Jim Jones, Chrissy Lampkin, or anyone tied to this toxic, unraveling empire. The clock ticked closer to noon. Fans braced themselves for impact. And somewhere in Harlem, Jim Jones sat alone, watching his world crumble in real time, knowing that the next leak could be the final nail in the coffin of his career, his relationship, and his legacy. Because when the doomsday clip dropped, the truth, the lies, the betrayals, everything would explode. And there it is, the chaos, the betrayal, the silence, and the looming doomsday clip that could end Jim Jones's entire legacy with one brutal drop. Chrissy Lampkin standing strong, Jim spiraling into darkness, Mama Jones raging on live, and a mystery man quietly shaking the foundation of Harlem itself. The story isn't finished. It's only seconds away from exploding. And that's why you can't look away now. Because tomorrow at noon, when that clip drops, everything we thought we knew could flip upside down. Was Chrissy secretly playing both sides? Was Jim telling the truth about betrayal? Or is the doomsday clip the nail in his coffin once and for all? If you miss this next reveal, you'll be left behind while the world watches history burn in real time. So here's what you need to do. Hit that like button right now if you're riding with Chrissy. Smash the comments if you think Jim still has a chance to flip the script. And most importantly, subscribe with that notification bell on. Because when this clip detonates, you do not want to be scrambling to catch up. You want to be the first in the room when the truth finally comes crashing down. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is war, betrayal, and survival playing out before our eyes. The empire is crumbling, and the doomsday clock is ticking. Don't blink. Don't scroll. Stay locked in because the next chapter could destroy everything.